Haunted items have always been relatively popular on sites such as eBay, with everything from haunted dolls to ghosts in a jar being sold online. Some stories are obviously fake, but others leave even skeptics questioning whether the supernatural may be real. These are 5 haunted objects bought online. Number 5. In late 2012, a 20-year-old student named Joseph Birch found an antique mirror dumped outside of his flat. The Victorian-era mirror had belonged to his landlord, and there didn't seem to be anything wrong with it. When asked, the landlord gave no indication as to why he had gotten rid of it. He said he didn't want it and told Joseph he could keep it if he wanted it. Joseph brought the mirror into his flat, which he shared with a 30-year-old named Sotiris. Almost instantly, the flatmates noticed some strange occurrences. There were flickering shadows and dark patches in the mirror's reflection, which didn't appear to be in the room. Strange orbs were also seen around the mirror, and the radiator it rested atop stopped working despite having no issues before. Small things like keys and phones would go missing and pipes began to rattle. The overall atmosphere in the flat had changed since the mirror had been brought in. Both felt drained of energy while in the flat, but would instantly feel refreshed after leaving the house. Joseph started to feel paranoid while home alone and felt as if someone was watching him. Things only escalated when the walnut frame around the mirror was painted a metallic silver. Both Joseph and Sotiris suffered nightmares and woke in the middle of the night to the sound of screaming. At one point, Joseph woke with a burning sensation in his lower back and found scratch marks that couldn't be explained. Both flatmates reported sharp stabbing pains throughout their bodies. Joseph put the mirror on eBay, hoping he could find someone with experience in the paranormal to take it off of his hands. He felt it only right to tell the story of his experience with the mirror alongside his post. The eBay listing gathered a lot of attention, but there was only one bid. The currently anonymous buyer paid just $100 for the supposedly haunted mirror. The next owner of the mirror hasn't reported anything mysterious or supernatural, and neither Joseph nor Sotiris have reported whether or not getting rid of the mirror fixed their problems. Number 4. One of the most common haunted items sold online are dolls. Whether it's their human appearance making them attractive to spirits, or the uncanny valley effect making them perfect to project creepy stories onto, there's something that makes them popular in paranormal circles. BuzzFeed writer Joanna Bournes has conducted a handful of experiments with mixed results. While some of the supposed paranormal activity is likely circumstantial, the activity surrounding a haunted doll seems different. The Porcelain Doll is supposedly haunted by a ghost of a little girl born sometime in the 1960s. Joanna uses a range of methods to try to communicate with the ghost, which was given the name Mary. Dowsing rods, a type of metallic rod that spirits swing to communicate, got some results, and the ghost told Joanna she was a nice spirit. The other communication methods didn't work quite so well. A ghost app on Joanna's phone supposedly worked in the same way as a traditional spirit box. As Joanna was trying to explain how a pendulum worked, the app picked up the word timid. Joanna was visibly shaken and tried to continue, but felt something touch the back of her neck and cut the segment short. In the final part of the short video, Joanna and 2 friends try to use a Ouija board to communicate with the spirit. Straight away, when asked if there was anyone there that wanted to speak to them, the planchette moved to no. When asked what year the spirit was born, the planchette moved to the number 0. Joanna tried to ask another question, but the planchette started to trace a figure 8 across the board, and Joanna quickly brought the planchette to goodbye. During the Ouija board session, the doll was on the table and wobbled at times, though this was likely just Joanna and her friends accidentally knocking the table. Beyond a malfunctioning smoke machine, the doll didn't appear to interact with anything it wasn't supposed to, and it's likely a case of suggestion producing imagined results, but it definitely creeped out the buyer. Number 3. No video about supposedly haunted items sold online would be complete without the infamous "The Hands Resist Him" painting. Even without knowing the history of the painting, there's something definitely unsettling about the creepy image, and it's one of those pictures that seems to get only more unsettling the more one looks at it. The image was painted in 1972 by artist Bill Stoneham. The main subject of the photo is a 5-year-old boy, which is based upon a photo of Bill at that age. Bill looks out of the canvas at the viewer, apparently unaware of what is happening on the other side of the glass door he stands in front of. At his side is a girl doll with hollow eyes and a downturned mouth. On the other side of the door are titular hands beckoning him or pressing against the glass. Bill says the glass door is supposed to represent the line between the waking world and the dreaming, and the hands on the other side of it are the lives he could have lived. The doll is a companion or guide throughout this dreaming world. The painting was put on display at a show at a Los Angeles art gallery. Within a year of the show, both the gallery owner and an art critic who reviewed the show died, though Bill himself believes this is just a coincidence. It was then bought by John Marley, famous for his role as the producer in The Godfather. Marley sold the painting a few years later and in 1984 died following open heart surgery. What happened to the painting after that point is a mystery, and though Bill has some theories, he hasn't shared those publicly. The Hands Resist Him returned to the public eye in 2000 in an eBay listing that told of a dramatic haunting. According to the sellers, they'd found the piece abandoned behind a California brewery turned art space. For some reason, they decided to bring it home and hung it in their daughter's bedroom. The girl was only 4.5 at the time, and one morning woke her parents to tell them the children in the painting were fighting, and it even crawled into her room at night. The father placed a motion-sensitive camera in her room to prove these things wrong, but allegedly witnessed the doll come to life and forced the boy to crawl out of the painting. Many people who saw the eBay listing reported feeling nauseous or having unusual dreams, and it was eventually sold for $1,025 to a gallery owner named Kim Smith. Kim has reported no supernatural activity since he purchased the painting, but it still receives attention from people around the world. Number 2. In 2017, Debbie Merrick and her husband Cameron purchased 3 dolls from a secondhand shop. The high quality didn't match the cheap price, and Debbie and her husband thought they'd found a bargain. One of the dolls was a porcelain marionette in a white dress with a necklace wound around its neck. It was stored under the couple's bed, separate from the other 2 dolls. Not long after, Debbie's husband found unexplained scratches on his leg. At first, they brushed off the strange marks, but more and more strange occurrences made the couple suspicious. At one point, the doll set the fire alarm off and unwound the necklace it wore while locked in a shed and stored under a pile of boxes. Not wanting to keep it around, the doll was stored on eBay. Debbie, a paranormal skeptic, didn't want to say it was possessed, but did warn of the creepy occurrences that had taken place so the buyer knew what they were getting. The doll was bought in an auction by paranormal investigator Lee Steer for $866. Lee was a founding member of Project Reveal and opened the package containing the doll live on the group's Facebook page. During the stream, the doll apparently played with the lights, and Lee claimed to have heard the doll call itself Christine, though later investigators heard the name Samantha. Lee took the doll home, where he lived with his parents. While Lee was upstairs recording another live stream, his father was watching a replay of the earlier unboxing stream. His father suddenly felt a burning sensation on his arm and found 6 scratches, similar to the ones Debbie's husband had suffered. Another Project Reveal member claimed there were 2 spirits attached to the doll, a male and a female. It's apparently the female spirit that scratches married men. Lee has kept the doll and reported a number of strange occurrences he links to it, including strange dreams and broken objects. It's since been put in his collection and spent most of 2019 touring famous British museums. Despite multiple investigators looking into the doll and its history, the identity of any spirits attached to it, or the reason why they apparently don't like men, remain unknown. Number 1. Given the popularity of The Possession, it's unsurprising that debug boxes are particularly popular on eBay. In 2018, YouTuber Casey Nolan purchased one of these boxes to investigate on his channel. The box was sealed with red wax and sold by someone calling themselves the Hunter of Souls. An accompanying letter claimed a demonic spirit had been captured by a practicing witch of the dark arts. Casey was skeptical that the box was genuine, but took the investigation seriously. First, an EMF reader was put to the box. It picked up high electromagnetic field toward the center of the box, but was completely silent whenever the box was moved away from the reader, indicating there was something in the box giving off the energy. Next, he tried a spirit box, which supposedly uses radio waves to allow spirits to communicate. In 20 minutes, the only response Casey got was "let me out," and when asked if it wanted to hurt people, it said, "yes, you should help me." The reaction Casey gives seems genuine, though he picks up on words being said. He doesn't act as if he could instantly make out what was being said, and comes up with logical explanations for the apparent signs of paranormal activity. Undeterred, he opted to open the box, cracking the wax with a knife. The EMF reader is placed in front of the box at one point, and it picked up an energy. The reader continues to beep, indicating the presence of the field, up until the exact moment the box is opened. There's no sign of anything electrical that could have been causing the field, and the only thing in the box is a crystal which gives off no energy. As Casey tries to figure out why the box stopped beeping, a YouTube plaque he had on the wall behind him starts rattling and eventually falls off the wall. Unfortunately, we don't get a look at the other side of the wall, so it's possible there was someone causing the disturbance, though it can't be heard. Over the next 4 days, Casey recorded a series of apparently strange events, like doors opening by themselves, lights turning on and off, and his dog apparently being stung by a bee in the middle of the night. By the end of the 4 days, Casey appears genuinely scared as he decides to leave. He eventually got his house cleansed and felt comfortable at home again. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep up to date with all of our future videos. But I've been Ty Knotts, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.